All right, welcome again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to I've Got Cancer, So What? Thank you so much for joining us. This is our 15th episode, and all we do on this call is just to share the stories of behind our cancer journey. We bring in warriors, survivors, caregivers, to share loads of information around cancer, their journey. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry on the call, but the most important is that we as cancer warriors or survivors, we refuse to hide. We don't want to hide anymore. We want to just be out there and lead a normal life. And so this month, we are looking at something different, and it stems from some of the questions that had come right here on this call and on social media, or so many people asking questions about love and cancer. And some people, some women, especially the women, would be like, oh, I don't want to tell people about my cancer journey because nobody will love me again. I wouldn't get married. So this month we are looking at love, relationships, and cancer. And this is our first episode for the month. The next episode will be next week. And all we are going to do is to talk with those people who had gone through cancer and still found love. The one of next week will be, oh, she had gone through her cancer journey, but then she found love. But today we are looking at a story of, I don't know how to call it, because when I was talking with her, it was all beauties behind 10 surgeries, behind losing all the excitement of life in terms of the physical, how do I put it, pressures. But then she's still happy. She in fact, the love that she found with her husband, with the children, with the family, and with everybody who gathered here to hear her story, it's amazing. And that's why we are bringing her on this call. Like I said, this I've got cancer, so what? Stemmed from my own experience, having gone through cancer. And then I said, why should I be hiding somewhere? So I need to build a community where people are coming out to say, yes, I've got cancer. So what? I need to breathe. I need to marry. I need to go get that PhD. I need to go travel abroad. I need to do everything that I need to do. If death is not coming so quick, why am I refusing to live my life the way I should live it, despite cancer? And if everybody is saying, oh, you've got few months, few days to live, why should I believe that? If I continue to live my life and continue to do things I need to do, lots of experiences would come my way. And sometimes I even forgot I will get through the whole cancer journey. Like I said, we do this every Thursday, second and third Thursdays of the month. But last week, apologies, we couldn't run through because of my own issues that I'm also dealing with. But thank God that we are here today, and we are going to listen to someone whose story makes me want to cry. But I'm excited for her. Okay, so if you want to learn more about what we do, the link to our social media platform would be in the chat. So please find time to join us, or also share a little bit about yourself in the chat so that we get to meet you. So while we are trying to get our guests to settle in and to start speaking with us, I would ask that wherever you are joining us from, you can share in the chat, just say hello and then share where you are joining us from. And that would mean like we are introducing ourselves. But while we do that, I want to also thank everybody who joined. And please stay till the end, because we are sharing stories of winning, of triumph. And whatever it is, we believe that life gives us all the things, beauties, despite cancer. So right about now, our guest is a colorectal cancer survivor of 6 years and still counting. She's a member of Nepisin Abuja Project Pink Blue, as well as a volunteer at Comrade Cancer Foundation. She has signed up to be part of our survivors community because of her undying passion to spread and advocate awareness of issues of cancer around the world. Our cancer survivors community is a new community we created because we just don't want to be hearing all about cancer community. We want to hear about survivors community, where survivors come together and think about how to support those still going through their cancer journey. So you get to learn about that in the course of this discussion today about our survivors community. And if you want to be part of it, assuming that you've gone through cancer and you're a survivor 2 years, 3 years, please be part of the community. We just learn new things every day on how to support those who are still going through the journey. Please help me welcome Mrs Maimurna Nyampa Barau to the show. Mrs Maimurna, are you here? I can see you somewhere. Please, can we just use emoji to say welcome to her? It's not easy to come open to share about your cancer journey. It's not. So please, let's welcome her warmly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm seeing lots of hands up. Hello, everyone. Please share in the chat. We are going to open the floor later for people to contribute. For now, I just want to engage our guests. So, Mrs. Maimurna, where are you? How are you? I can see you.
So this is Jay Kurtz. I cannot see her. I do not see her in the list of people.
Oh, she joined earlier. I think she's having network issue. But while we wait for her, let me just be welcoming everybody in the chat. Please, Victor, can you help get her back on the call? I think she's having network issues.
Yes, she is. So I'm trying to reach out to her as well to settle the issues that she's having with her phone. So very soon she should be with us now.
Okay, that's fine. So let me just be reading out what is in the chat so that everybody's feel welcome. So this is from Harry Mwife. Harry says, hello, I'm Harry from Rochester, MN. And we have Uboja who said, hi, beautiful, amazing people. My name is Kosi, a breast cancer survivor joining from Abuja. Please, Kosi, join our survivors community. Welcome. And then we have Kim. Kim says, hello, dear Maimurna. Hello to all of you amazing people on this Zoom meet. I live in Rochester, Amen. Okay, we have Kachala, who says, hello, guys. Kachala Bapa from Gombe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then we have Juan. Juan says, I'm joining from Rochester, Minnesota in the US. I met Joy when she came to Rochester for corrective surgery. I think that everyone Joy met was impressed by her positive attitude and strength. Yes, yes, she's her story is a beautiful one. And having gone through 10 surgeries, still standing strong, smiling, that's amazing. So Salami says, hello, beautiful survivor. My name is Miriam from Abuja, Kubwa. Welcome, Miriam. And then we have Shatima, who says, hello, I'm Saudi Mausi Shatima, joining from Nigeria, Sokoto. Welcome. And someone else says, I am Ashanet Silas Pari from Gombe, Nigeria. Welcome, everyone. Please, if you're yet to introduce yourself in the chat, go ahead and do so. Oh, Maimurna is here. Yeah. Welcome. Please, let's still welcome her with our lovely emoji.
Hi, guys. So sorry for the network and everything.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Good to have you here. Do you know, let me tell you what happened, really. When I joined the call, I was seeing lots of white people. I said, am I in the right call? Or
I thought you were in the right place. Yeah.
What's happening here? And then I just learned that you have to bring all your family members, all your neighbors, everybody
Yes,
to join the
yes,
call.
yes.
Thank you so much for that. I'm super, super glad. And thank you for your smiles. Okay.
Yeah.
So we already introducing ourselves in the chat, but then we need to kick off because we are running late, be 20 minutes behind schedule. But then let's meet you, Maimurna. Please tell us about yourself and your cancer diagnosis.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Maimurna Barau. I'm 40 years old, and I am a colon cancer survivor for almost 6 years now. And I was diagnosed 2019 November. Then we flew. I was defecating blood for 6-7 months. I didn't know. I thought it was a pile. In fact, I was even sitting on a salt with warm water. But when we started going for investigation, I was working before with an NGO, Women Protection and Empowerment. So I resigned and joined my husband back in Sokoto. That's 2019. So when we confirmed, they did a colonoscopy and they took the biopsy and we took it to the National Hospital. I remember that certain day. After 3 days, they came back to tell us that it was adenocarcinoma, polydifferentiated cancer of the colon. Oh my God, it was so devastating. So we started looking for visa because we don't have money to go to America or UK or anything. The closest and the cheapest place to go was India. So one of my cousin at Toyin, I appreciate her, she flew with my children back to my parents in Gombe State. Then we flew to India. Me and my husband flew to India. We went when they started with radiotherapy, 5 courses. Then I rested for a week. Then they did resection and anastomosis. The tumor was very low on the stigmoid junction of my ana, around my rectum. So they did the resection and they gave me an ileostomy. Ileostomy is bringing out my ileum like a bypass. So from there, we came back after a month. We came back to Nigeria. I started my chemo in Udud, that's Teaching Hospital, Sokoto, because that's where we lived then. Then we started, in between the chemo, they did the reversal of the ileostomy. Then I developed rectovaginal fistula. Then from there, I started moving from one hospital to the other. We tried Sokoto, they couldn't repair it. I ran back home to Gombe. They did repair twice. It didn't hold, it broke. We went to Jankwano, they referred us to Jankwano. There is this special center for VVF there. We stayed there for a month. It didn't, we spent a lot of money. It didn't hold, it broke. Then we went back home. I just told my husband, I'm tired. We stayed for a year. It was not easy for us. Then I started developing sepsis. Like I started having infection in my kidney because of the feces that was coming out in the wrong place. Then we started looking for a specialist to help us. Then they connected us to a doctor in Abuja. That's Dr. Saad. I appreciate him too because he was the last person that was battling with repairing the RVF, repairing. So he gave me another ileostomy. You know, they have to do bypass for him to repair the RVF, that's rectovaginal fistula. So he tried the first time, it didn't hold, it broke again. We stayed for 3 months. He came and repair again. In fact, when he wants to go to the third time, I said, no, I'm tired. They should not touch me again. I cried. I said, my husband supported me. My parents supported me. Then I told my husband, let's start looking for money to go to America. That was what I said. Then we went looking for visa in UK first, because that was what our doctor connected us with some of his friends in UK. But UK denied us visa twice. So, but I believe that's how God wanted. Yes. So we got a visa for US in just a month. And we flew to America. When we went to America, I didn't know anybody. I don't know anybody. That was my first time of flying to America. We went with my husband. He stayed for 3 weeks. We did the investigation. We didn't know it was this expensive. We went to Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic is one of the best hospitals in the world. And God took me there. So they gave us a date for the surgery, 14th August. Then somebody advised me. God was so faithful that he connected me with people that I have never met. And they became my family. People of Trinity Lutheran, Pablo Ministry, and the volunteers. So somebody advised me to go and ask for the estimate. We went and asked for the estimate, and it was $132,000. So we were depositing a little. It was I don't know. We are just froze, like we don't know what to do at that point. 132, where are we going to get that kind of money? So we started looking for money. We call our parents back. But initially, before we came, our parents supported us with a lot of money, but still it was not enough. We started praying. Me, that was what I did. I started praying. I prayed like my life depended on it. Then in 1 week time, they sent us a link that a message that we should apply for financial assistance. We did. They don't do that actually for an international patient, because it's assumed as an international patient, you already have money to come for help. Yeah, for whatever brought you to their country. So, but in my own case, it was a miracle. Like within 1 week, something came up and I was able to have some help through the hospital. And that was how they put the date, another date. But I stayed there for 5 months. So I need to come back home. I was missing my family, everybody. So I have to come back home. So I came back home. I got with have it. They said, which day is okay for you? I told them January. So I went back December last year, and I had my surgery on the 9th of January this year. Now I'm 6 months post surgery. So American people, Mayo Clinic was able to give me a reconstruction of the pelvic floor and giving of a permanent colostomy, meaning they fixed the RVF and gave me a permanent colostomy, because due to numerous surgery on my anus, the anus is gone. So now it's closed, except by miracle in the future, you know, I might reverse it or something. So that was what happened. So God waived some of the money, and we were able to raise a little, and God came through actually. Then I was there for 3 months after the surgery. The American people took care of me. They are here, they're hearing me, because they have been my family. So, and I came back home just 4 months ago. So now I'm healthy, no cancer, no malignancy. I am just living my life, rebuilding my life day by day, one day at a time, eyes on Jesus. That's my story.
Wow. Wow. The way you are even calling out the names of the procedures is like you are in the medical field. I know your husband is, but then you're just calling out fistula, this one, that one, as in, like, were you studying the whole process as everybody was just trying to help you go through? And how come you are just so comfortable talking about calling about?
Because during the process, I'm a very curious person. I ask the doctors, what is this? At every step of this journey, I ask, and I go back, I read on Google, so that I'll just be equipped. Let me have the knowledge of what is happening to me. In fact, if they're doing something I'm not comfortable, I say, but no, that's not how it's supposed to. You know, seriously, like sometimes that I step in and said, why are you doing it this way? Something like that. In fact, there was a time my doctor said, Maimurna, you read too much. Leave us to do our job, you know. So I just read and with, you know, experience every step, because I've visited a lot of doctors and a lot of hospitals and different states. So I've undergone 9 to 10 surgeries in these years, just from 2019 till date. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. I think on that basis, we are two different people, because I wouldn't even ask them. All I want to know is that, what are you doing? What's the treatment? And then I'll move on. But having to, because when I was diagnosed, one of my friends says, Flora, I know you love reading. You're a teacher and I know you love reading, but if you want your sanity, don't go on Google. Just focus on what the doctor is saying. I don't know whether it was a good advice, but it helped, because I would have been so busy looking out for options. But then we all have our story of impact. So let's come down to your family. I know you mentioned something about you telling your husband this and that, because this show today is all about love, relationship, and cancer. And I want to ask you, what's your husband's story in all of this?
First of all, the genuine love like that I know my husband exhibits is the love of God. If God did not put his love in his heart, he could have left me. So I believe it's God that showed him how to love, and he loved me and he stood by me. It was not easy. When I had cancer, he broke down. I was even telling him, calm down. Oga, let's go and pray. The pain is, yes, I say it's my body. It's inside my body. I'm not down. Like, I told myself, I must survive this thing for the sake of my children and myself. And we fought it through the pain with him. He was there all the way. We flew, we came, we checked the histology they gave us, we looked for visa. I remember when we are in India, it was so cold when we went to India that time. He was there. He's always like, even when I'm crying, he's just like, he has a way of hiding his own emotion for me not to hear, not to see. There's a way he handled it. He's an introvert. Me, I talk, like I say my own out there, but he buckled his own inside. But I know he was passing through. Sometimes I used to look at him and I'll ask him, Oga, this thing that we are passing through, if you have choice, will you go? Will you leave me? He said no. He will not leave me for anything. That is for better, for worse. That when we are enjoying, now that we are having challenge, do I expect him to leave? He said no, he's not leaving anywhere. That's how we're going to stay till we fight it together. We usually have this slogan together. We said we are into it together, So he really stood by me, really. And that sometimes when I'm in the hospital for surgery, he stay with the children, and my mom to come down from Bombay and stay with him and the kids. And my father stayed there alone, So a lot of, at a particular time of the journey, a lot of them have a place to play. They sacrifice a lot, So my husband really, with finance, emotionally, physically, and even intimacy, that part, he is just all around. Yeah.
Wow.
He really stood by me. Yeah.
Wow. We need to send him flowers. Because this, yes, really, it's not easy, especially like there are other cancer types that maybe a man could like start thinking, okay, I'm not going to enjoy my wife for a long time. I need to, she should just carry her wahala and be going. And we've heard so many stories about husbands leaving their wives, especially even with breast cancer, even with like the whole thing, she's a witch, she's this one, she's that one. But for your husband to stay through, still you still saying we are in together. I think there are women who understood this thing called marriage and love. Let me ask you this question. If you think that, because I think that he understands what you're going through, maybe because he's a medical practitioner. What do you think would happen if he's not a medical practitioner? He doesn't understand the fact that, okay, these things are natural, like these things, this is like a medical issue. And for someone who is not in the medical field, it will sound as if this woman, maybe whatever she's going through, I don't know, maybe she's one of Banje, like if Nigerians that we used to call about. Do you think that his closeness and his love and his support and his understanding has something to do with him being in a medical field?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. It has nothing to do, because there was a time I was asking him, I said, is it because you're a medical doctor that you understand the gravity of what I'm going through? He said, no, Maimurna, but number one is because I'm your husband, I'm your friend, and your brother. So it has nothing to do with medical doctor or anything. Yeah, it has nothing. It's just him being there and taking the responsibility of me being his wife. Yeah, and loving me just with the issue and everything, At times he would just be packing the feces and everything. It's not really.
Maimurna, what now you want to make me cry?
No, that's
but this is this is beautiful, and this is something that I wish so many other people are on this call to listen. Because it's really so rare to see a man going through all that, especially with your own kind of cancer. One of the people that we brought on this call, I think That was earlier this year. She's from I think Uganda. Her fears, she wasn't married at the time, but she had a boyfriend who left her, saying that, oh, you are going to die, and so you're not going to survive this. So what am I going to do with you? But then she fought through and she survived. So just thinking about what you've been through and this love and support you got from your husband and then your children, what would you say gives you the strength? I know they love you, but then I remember when we were on the call, you talk about you loving yourself. What do you think gives you that strength to keep fighting? Even though, okay, like you mentioned, the anus is closed, you have a permanent collection. Like, where is this smile coming from? The smiling, where is it coming from? Yeah.
Is Jesus, is God. I'm so sorry. I'm just becoming emotional, right? Because that is the source of my strength. Is Jesus all the way. Because, when I was in America, I don't know anybody. I told you that. But when my husband was leaving, he said, Maimurna, how are you going to cope? I told him, God will raise helpers for me. So God came through. I didn't know. People just started loving me just like that. It's not me. People cannot love you at once, all at the same time. If not, God put that love in their heart. Before I left America, I had people that loved me more than 50, hundreds. So it's God. He kept telling me that I love you. You are the apple of my eye. So that is one of the things that I held on to, that every day I live my life one day at a time is my slogan too. Eyes on Jesus. So it's God that really loves me and me being alive to even share my story to the world. So because he is always encouraging me, it's not that sometimes I don't feel down. Ask my parents. Sometimes I call them, I'm tired, I'm crying. Even America, there's sometimes I break down, but I go back to the word of God and I love singing. I sing and it encourages me and I keep moving, I keep pushing. Because I have a better story to tell, which I'm saying it right now. Yeah, because I'm healed of cancer and I don't care about the colostomy I'm living with. I don't care. I don't have an anus, but I'm alive to take care of my kids, to live my life the way God wants me to live and to love my family, and to go through this journey of marriage with my husband. So that's what is giving me strength. God.
Maimurna, I refuse to cry, really. I want to just be happy for you, and there are lots of things in the chat just for you. You are such a strong woman, you are a blessing and you are a miracle. It's not easy. I don't know how you think about it easily like this, but it's not easy to just come openly to talk about, I don't have anus, I'm living with what, like you and let me tell you, like, you are so, your smile and your energy is contagious. That's why people love you. So rather than you feeling, oh, you people should leave me alone because I have cancer, you are welcoming love, you are attracting, because you attract what you think. You are telling God, help us, whatever, even if they're going to be raised from the dead, but you know that help us will come. Thank you so much for your
I want to add something here, Mrs. Flora. There was a time when we were looking for money. They wanted to go fund me, all this thing. Then I said, no, I told my husband, no, we'll not share this, my story. How will I be telling people, the whole world, knowing about my thing? It's very private. Whoa. I didn't like it. But now, God has done it for me. I would tell the whole world, I don't care how it is. I'll tell the whole world what God has done. Yeah.
God bless you. Yeah. God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. And God bless your spirit. This is really, really an emotional. I don't know. I know cancer have stages. I know I've gone through some part, but with what you're sharing, I'm still a baby, trying to get to, but you still have this strength, this love in your heart, and to share your story to the world. And it's beyond the whole love that we are talking about today, is the love you have for yourself, and being able to share part of that love to the world, to tell them, I've gone through this, but I'm happy, I'm strong, I don't care whether I have anus or not, but if I didn't tell you, would you know? Thank you so much for your beautiful soul. And now I'm going to open the floor for people to ask questions, and also maybe share some comments. I know maybe a few people who knows you, they just briefly people to contribute, but then I will still ask you some further questions concerning your health and how you are living now. Thank you so much for your spirit. Is anybody okay? I can see a hand up. Rita, do you want to share? Jay says everyone that has talked with Maimurna has cried at some point. I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah, Jay is my father in America.
So this is Jay. Could you spend 2 minutes and tell the story about how you and your husband were walking down 6th Avenue when you first arrived?
Okay. When we were walking, I was looking for where to stay because I was staying in the hotel and my husband have to leave. So I told my husband that I want to go look for people. I even told my husband, because we are Catholics, so I told him, go and introduce me to a father so that he'll take care of me since you're going. He said, you know, man, you're not like, he was dragging his feet. So then I saw a church. I just said, God, order my footstep, and I joined Trinity Lutheran, and they were like a family for me. When he left, they took me in. They gave me a place to stay, and I was at a time I even go back. I stay with the pastor. The pastor said, Maimurna, we love you, and we love you with your family. And anytime you are in US, you should know you have a home in our house for the rest of your life. Jay, is that what you want me to say, or which one are you talking about? I have a lot of.
That was it, and how you just sort of God led you to the church.
And I was the only Black person in that church. When I entered, I was nervous at first, but the Holy Spirit said, "Oh, just relax. You're here for me. You're here to see me, not anybody." And that was it. I stayed there. I had a service. Then when I was looking for a place, I called the church. I didn't know they have a place to stay, and they welcomed me. The pastor listened to my story, and my father said, now she's your daughter. My father in Nigeria gave me to him. So I have 2 fathers, one in America, like 2, 3 fathers in America, and my father here in Nigeria. So that was what God did. Because if it is not God, I don't think it's me or anybody. It's God.
Maimurna, this is touching. Like, this is, I don't know. It's that, and that's the thing I talk about. When you have a good spirit, goodness comes. Like, you don't need to even look for it. It flows because you have a positive mindset. You are not afraid of someone saying no to you. What's the worst that will happen? They will say no and you move on.
Yeah, my husband used to say that. Yeah, my husband said, Maimurna, you have Jesus, but it's not only about that. It's your aura, or it's the way you're friendly or something. He usually say that whenever we are discussing the story or what happened to us, I said, I thank God for creating me that way.
Yes, and when Jesus is your friend, you have this way of him inviting other people to join in the friendship. And that has been an amazing journey for you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Albert says in the chat, your story got me into tears. You are indeed a strong woman. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And then Riman Tari says, I know Maimurna over 10 years ago. Her story is a testimony that is only God that keeps and sustains every being.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Maimurna, for joining. Please, for sharing your story. Still hoping that other people would ask questions. Please ask questions. But Maimurna, while we wait for people to ask questions or to comment, I just want to share, how is your life now? What are the high points and low points of everything that has happened to you? What do you eat now? What does every other day mean to you?
Okay. Every other day is a gift to me by God, and I appreciate that every day of my life, every second. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I wake up very early by 6. I take care of my children and they go to school with my husband and put their lunch boxes and everything. And I get back to my Bible and do my devotional. Then I will plan already before a day. I plan what I want to achieve in a day. I eat normal food, but I don't eat hard food so much. Like Gary, there was a time I took Gary, I had constipation, I ended up in the hospital. You know, there are some things I stay away from, but I take vegetables, I take fruits, I take carbohydrate, but in a little quantity, because I have to be careful of constipation, because I defecate through the large intestine. And my high days, the days I'm happy, is when my family and my children are happy and I'm at peace in my heart. Every day I have so much peace and joy, you know. So I don't allow myself to get down for anything. The only time I get down is when I'm having a stomach upset, or I have to change my ileostomy bag in a day I don't want to change. Ileostomy bag is the bag. Yes, it's a bag that the feces come out. It's a pouch that you go empty it all the time. You know, I go through normal digestive system like every human being here. It absorbs water, nutrients, and everything. Not like before. I used to use ileostomy, and it gives me excoriation at the side of the ileostomy, but now is colostomy. The difference between colostomy and ileostomy is small intestine and it doesn't absorb water. So there is a lot of toxic substance that will irritate your skin. But colostomy is normal way of digestion. It absorbs water, it's a bit solidified. So now I'm living with colostomy, which is great. It gives me confidence and it gives me freedom to travel, to do things, to eat. Yeah. So my low day is just the time I have to change it, when it's not yet time for me to change it. Maybe something, a leaking, which is just once in a while. Yeah, that's my low days. But most of the time, like 80%, I'm on the high spirit. I don't allow myself to. Yeah,
even the way you said it is, I'm on the high spirit. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And there is this thing. Okay, Rita Abraham, I will come to you, but I wanted to just based on what she just said. Is there a difference between cholesterol bag, the one that they wear, and the one that you're wearing? Is it the same?
Can I get you what the what? Colostomy bag.
Colostomy bag. Okay, something like that. Is there a difference between that one and what you have?
No, it's the same thing. Colostomy bag. This is colostomy bag.
Okay.
This is it. Yeah, this is colostomy bag. That's what you just put in a pouch, and this is where it comes out. Yeah.
Okay, so you carry it everywhere you go.
It's on my body. It's like you put it. Before, when I used to have ileostomy, I change it like 3 times in a week. But when they gave me permanent colostomy now, I change it once in a week. So you see why I told you I have freedom and I'm happy about the colostomy. I bath with it. I can bath with it. Nothing will happen to it. No leakage, nothing. So that's how I live. Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing that happened to me that I need to really appreciate God for, when I was coming, American Society for Ostomy gave me 33 pounds of supplies. I just looked into the internet. I was looking for how I would get supplies free of charge. They gave me free of charge. I came back. I went to when I was coming, and free on the airport. They didn't charge me anything for that supply. A big carton. So it's a miracle. It doesn't happen to everybody like that. So I came back with a lot of supplies I can even share with anybody that is passing through colostomy like me. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. You are God bless your soul. Just let me just leave it like that.
Amen.
Okay, so we have Ibrahim. Ibrahim, please, if you can unmute yourself and share. Thank you. Hello, Ibrahim.
Okay.
Okay, I think he's not ready. Rita, is your hand still up? Do you want to share? There is also Glory. Gloria, do you want to share? Please unmute yourself.
That's my president.
Hello.
In Nepesi.
Hello, Flora. How's everything?
Hi, I'm okay.
Maimurna, you're my super girl. So,
Thank you. Thank you, President.
and I'm always blown over. Yes, I've heard the story, but each time you say it, it's like a new story because it's something that is quite rare. And so I am really encouraging you because what you're doing is affecting a lot of people out there. And
Thank you.
it's quite rare. You share even the most private parts of your life to the public just to
Yeah.
make people realize that no matter what, there is still life
Yeah.
within and after cancer. So
Yeah.
kudos to you, dearie. Continue
Thank you.
pushing, continue sharing your stories. You are helping a lot of people. God bless you, dear.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you so much. Like I feel like the it's just little things that really matter. I remember when the Ugandan lady came on the call, Priscilla, and after her show, she started getting calls, even support from different people in Uganda, and she was like, Flora, she didn't like what's happening. I say, because you're a miracle and you are supposed to be, God didn't save your life for you to go and be sleeping at home. God saved your life because he wants you to be a testimony unto others. So when people see you, they have faith that, oh, they're going to go through cancer and survive. And that's why we set up this, I've got cancer, so what? So if I have cancer, then what? Shouldn't I breathe? Shouldn't I live my life the way I'm supposed to live it? What's so hard and difficult in me leading a normal life? And so much, I'm so grateful that, Maimurna, we are talking about this thing. Is my heart is, well, thank you so much for sharing your story. Okay, Rita, your hand is still up. Do you want to share? Rita, please, you can unmute.
Before Rita talk, I want to appreciate God for the life of my children. They are brave kids. When I started this journey, my first baby, she was 5. The second one was 3. The other one was 1. So you can imagine, now she's 10. Then the second one is 8. Then the last one is 5. So he'll be 6 by September. So it is God that really kept these children and gave them this strong will too, to not to be sick or to feel bad. My daughter, I've seen a lot of the place of the surgery and all that, and she is a strong girl too. So I really appreciate the God for the life of my kids because they are brave kids. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And it's so beautiful how even when you have to leave them to take care of yourself, they still know, okay, mommy cares, but she needs to take care of herself first. Thank you for sharing that. And sometimes we just forget about those people who their contribution towards our healing might not be so pronounced like every other person, but they are integral part of our journey. Their love and support makes everything worthwhile. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let's share a bit, because we talk about your children. Let's share a bit about the home. How is the home now? With everything you've been through and with your husband. So how is the home front?
Now the home front is great. Joy, peace, happiness. There's no any underlying disease or sickness. Mommy is sick, or mommy is traveling again for another surgery or anything. So they're always happy when they go back to school or in the morning. Mommy, and I bless them. They go back, they come back. They're always excited because mommy is at home. For these few 4 months that I've been back home, It's just joy and happiness. And my husband too, he is more focusing on his work, because the weight of health issue now is being lifted up by God. So he doesn't like worry so much about what is happening to Maimurna. Is she traveling again? Is she going for another surgery? Nothing. And there's no cancer. So we are at peace and at ease, even including my parents. My mom got to stay at home with my father because she's always leaving him, traveling from Gombe to Sokoto to Abuja. Wherever I'm having a surgery, you see my mom there or my husband. So I should leave my father because my daddy has to stay back. They can't come, both of them. So I just want to appreciate my father for being supportive too. It's not easy for him to be staying alone, nobody to cook for him or cater for him. Mommy has to come and take care of my family and my kids. So now we are fine. We are happy. Everybody is happy. Friends and relation and everybody around.
Yeah. I'm super glad. Thank you so much for sharing that, and thanks to all your friends and all your like it takes so much to have all these people care for you, and
It's God.
you just have, it's God in a way, but there's also this spirit in you that makes everything work. So sometimes we have God doing his work for us, but then we are not reciprocating whatever God is doing. We are just like loads of bitterness, loads of whining, loads of, oh, this is not going to happen to me. Thank you for allowing God to actually work these things through you. And now you have a beautiful assignment. You're already in public. And so you expect people to reach out to you to say, oh, Maimurna, how did you go through this? Oh, Maimurna, how can I? So it's the new assignment. Because like I said, God kept you for a reason. There are lots of people that it's not even colorectal cancer, just a little bit, maybe whatever it is, they couldn't just, they had to go. But then for you, having gone through lots of surgeries, wearing, like, it's so beautiful. And this
let me add here what you just said, Flora. When I was in US too, God really used me. I was really sharing my story from one group to the other. I shared it. I am a member of a Pablo ministry. We teach the word of God and we learn English. So they are here, and I shared my story there. I shared my story with people surviving spouses, with Rebecca Cycle, with different organization and group of people. So my father used to say that God took me to America for experience, and I think that's it, because God is really helping me. If I didn't learn how to say it or share my story, if he didn't give me opportunity in America, I don't think I would be bold enough to say my story back home here in Nigeria.
Thank you so much for sharing. Someone is sharing his screen or her screen with us. Please, can you bring that down so that it doesn't disrupt the recording? Okay, so we have Zubaida. Her hand is up. Please, do you want to share? Thank you so much. You can unmute yourself and speak.
A war in the world, when are you get one of these? Then I just look at my dad, ha ha ha.
Kim?
And I only make comedy action.
Kim, your audio is on.
Later, come to Hollywood, meeting with some.
Okay, I'm going to put him on mute.
Okay.
Zubaida, do you want to unmute yourself and speak?
Zubaida. Okay.
Okay, there is also Zenab. Zenab, please unmute. Please, we can also ask questions if you're going through surgery or if you're going through any form of cancer and you want to ask questions. Please, this is the right time to ask questions. And Maimurna will ask with Mrs.
The name is Maimurna, not Maimuna. Flora.
Maimurna.
Yeah, it's Maimurna. It means joy or happiness.
Maimurna. Okay.
Maimurna. You don't have to. It's Maimurna with the R.
Okay, Magdalene, please, you're sharing your screen with us. Please, can you bring down your screen? Magdalene, you're sharing your screen with us. Thank you so much. Okay, Zainab, are you ready? Or Ruth? I can see lots of hands up. Udrak, are you ready?
Hello, Flora. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to comment, like, all my prayer every day for Maimurna is to get well. And finally, when I heard this story of hers, I was just thanking God. My spirit is moved, but at least God kept Maimurna. I told my husband that I cannot just wake up one day and hear a sad story that Maimurna is no more. It will inflict more pain than the ones I've experienced about her family. And I want to say, God, I thank you for answering my prayer, reviving Maimurna, so that she will be strong for her 3 kids. Thank you very much for this program.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Ruth.
you, Ruth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much. She's here. She's going nowhere. She has a ministry now to support other cancer warriors, and she's also has children to take care of and her husband as well. And he has given so much. Now is her time to support the family. So she's here. She's going nowhere. And we have and we have Geraldine. Geraldine's hand is up. Geraldine, do you want to mute and speak? Thank you. Geraldine or Herbert, anyone who is available, please unmute yourself and speak.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Herbert.
Yes. Good evening, Maimurna. Sorry.
Thank you.
I've been crying my tears listening to your story.
Oh, sorry.
And it's really touching. Thank you for sharing with us. The lady I'm presently planning to marry, that's my fiance. Her mother is passing through the breast cancer right now. She has been diagnosed of breast cancer. So they've begun the whole chemo process in the Gombe Teaching Hospital. But I wish she was here with me live to listen to your story, because it's like she has this mentality that it's over for her mom, and it has always been. Now it's no longer about the relationship; it's about the mother. Anytime the wedding's supposed to be by December, but now nobody is talking about the wedding because the mother has cancer. So honestly, I don't really know how I could relate it, but it will be Flora. I want to pray you that maybe this can be repeated again, so that she can get to experience it and to know that it is not over. There is still a chance. And the hope is much, even not even less, is much. With what you've passed through, is it 9 surgeries, and you are still here talking to us? This is God. This is massive. I wish you were here with me, honestly, because honestly, the woman I've been with, I'm missing her, because the whole mother thing has taken her out of our whole mind. So I don't know, but maybe next time I should be inviting her. Thank you very much, Maimurna. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inspiring us. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Flora will share the link when it's done on the YouTube channel of the Flourishing Wellness Initiative. Yeah.
Yes, we'll share, and I'll also share it with you so that you can send it out to people.
That will be fine. That will be fine. Thank you. That will be fine.
And we usually have this every second and third Thursdays of the month, and there are lots of stories of people. Next week we are going to bring in somebody who, I have to say it here, she's breastless. Like she did mastectomy double
twice,
and that was before she got married. And this man, in fact, the day she was sharing with us, she said that She was just making joke, and people were like, okay, now that you're married, so where is the breast and everything? She said that the both of them are managing her own husband's breast. That at least the husband has breast. You know, finding a way to make fun out of everything. So Mr. Herbert, I feel like maybe there's a way you can get across to Maimurna or myself. Maybe your fiancé can talk through. The reason why we set up this is like she needs to keep telling herself, my mom got cancer, and so what? And if you have that mindset that this is just a phase of life, this is like a health issue, and stop listening to that thing that says she's going to die. We had someone on this call who currently is 23 years a survivor. 23 years, she's seen her grandchildren, she has done everything that she needed to do in life, yet still breathing. So it's all about mindset. And Maimurna said for her is Jesus, and she like this peace that she has in her. Every day she's talking about how Jesus has supported her. It's all about how do you carry the weight of cancer. If you're crying through cancer, cancer will cry with you. If you're laughing through it, it's fine. I know when I was diagnosed, it was a few months to a few weeks or whatever to my birthday. And the day on my birthday, I went public with my cancer, and I call it a birthday gift of cancer. People were like, oh no, it's the devil. I said, I don't have a business with the devil. If God decides to give me this cross, it's for a purpose. And now I'm seeing the purpose, because there are lots of people that have been on this show, and sometimes they ask themselves, can I ever come out to talk about cancer? But we want more people. And that's why we are setting up the survivors community. The community, your job as a member of the community is to share your story and to hold on to someone who is going through cancer, to say it's well, that you're going to go through this journey surviving. Because the narrative we had before was like, once you have cancer, you are dead. But that narrative is changing, because opportunities, medicines, everything, even your mindset, people are beginning to change mindset around cancer. So please, we are not going anywhere. We are here to enjoy life, have children, marry, grow, do all our, read and get to the highest peak of our career. So we are here. We ain't going anywhere. Okay, so lots of hands up, and we're going to close out in a few minutes, but then let's take some questions. Okay, Rita, your hand is still up. I don't know if you still want to speak. Uduak,
I want to speak.
Zubaida wants to speak.
Okay, Zubaida, go ahead.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Actually, I want to congratulate Sister Maimurna from the GGSS Yola community. I don't know, Sister Maimurna, if you can still remember that slogan. Taiska, Taiska.
Yay! I can remember.
Yay. Yeah, we are so excited to see you, to give your testimony, and I believe a lot of us have joined simply because we remembered you in GG and how you treated us, your juniors and stuff like that. We are actually congratulating you and for this surviving this far. And I must say that I'm into cancer research. Like your testimony and other people's testimony really give me a source of impression that my research can one day make impact. Because before now, honestly, I only saw one cancer survivor, breast cancer, and she underwent breastomy. But now in this forum, I actually saw that a lot of people are surviving it. So it gives me encouragement to push my research further, that it will make impact, inshallah. Congrats, Sister Maimurna, and the GG community are celebrating.
Thank you, Zubaida.
Thank you. We have a lot of survivors out there. It's just that the survivors are not coming out.
Yeah,
and on our YouTube page, you will see. I don't know if the team can drop the link of our survivors hangout. We had the survivors hangout a few months ago. Victor, please, if you can drop it in the chat for people to. There are lots of survivors out there, lots of them.
Yeah, even as we have it in Abuja. In Abuja, we have a lot of survivors here in Nepal.
There are lots of them. I think the stigma. Yeah,
It's
the
good to know.
stigma is
Actually,
making
it
loads of
gives
people
us
not to come out.
encouragement with our research.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Lots of stigma out there making people not to come out. But we are no longer, we refuse to hide. We are coming out
Yeah.
live and direct. Everyone who knows me knows I have cancer. There is nothing to hide. And instead of me hiding somewhere, you are supporting me, helping me. And do you know that sometimes when people reach out to me, they say, Flora, I heard your name in this prayer group. And I said, who raised my name? And they said they don't know, but someone, I don't even know the person, but because my story is online, people will just go ahead praying for me. And that's great. So
Yeah,
there's
that's
nothing
perfect.
to hide
That's
about
nice.
cancer anymore. There's nothing to hide
Exactly.
about cancer.
Yeah,
Thank you
it's
so much
true.
for
It's
sharing.
true. Thanks for this forum.
You're
Taiska,
welcome.
Taiska.
Yes, so yay.
Thank you so much. Salami.
Udwak want to say something.
Okay, Udwak, please go ahead.
Okay. Maimurna, good evening.
Good evening, ma.
I just love you. I love you so much.
Thank you
I
so much.
actually joined late. My name is Matron Udwak.
Oh.
I do not have cancer, but I am glued to cancer survivors. I mean, that a day I can't even find myself doing anything without cancer survivors.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. My group name is Crystal Clear Health.
Oh.
And I have over 500 cancer survivors there.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And I was just listening. Actually, I just wanted to just listen. Most of the time, I listen and I leave. But you said something that I have been talking to most cancer survivors, and I wished all of them were here to hear what you said. You talked about your children being part of your treatment. They know what is going on with you. They've seen the colostomy.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, I wish these people were here. And I want you to say something to most of our survivors, because most of them, they hide their diagnosis, they hide what they are going through from their children. And one of them, each time I talked to her, she said, I don't want my child to go to school and mention to their friends that my mom has one breast. And because of that, she has not one, not two, not three, not five, not 10, not 20. They don't allow their children to know what they are going through. They hide it so badly. And I said, by the time these children will now know at the long run, it will hurt them more than what it is now. It's better for them to go through with you. They will appreciate you. They will love you more. And they can even pray for you, because God answers children's prayer.
Yeah.
So please, I just want you to use your mouth as a survivor to talk to our cancer survivors. Like I told you, I have so much passion for them.
Okay.
So much.
Okay. I want to say this to everyone that is listening to me. Why hide it? As she said, why hide it? If these children know about it, it will even help them in the future to advise someone out there or to support. Is a knowledge. You know, I was knowledgeable to know that when you see pus or blood coming out in any part of your body, you should run to the hospital, because it's a sign of cancer in any part of your body. So it is high time we start educating this younger generation, because they are the future of tomorrow. Like we have a talk like that in AIT, and I said it's high time we start educating primary school, secondary school, university. We give them advocacy and awareness. It will go a long way in helping the future of our children. My children knows a lot about cancer. We talk about it, we browse, we read. They know it. They even, like, my daughter now can confidently share and tell the story to 100 people with all boldness, because she knows it, she understands it, she has seen it, you know. So why hide it? If there is nothing, it will even make the children to have strong will, to be strong in their mind, you know. So there is no need to do that. I think we should brace up now. The children of then is different from the children of nowadays. So they know a lot of things and they're very intelligent. So I think we should start educating them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Metron. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, Maimurna. Thank you. I need to learn this your name very well. But please.
No, you can say Murna.
So
Yeah, it's a joy.
okay, thank you, Joy. That's better.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Salami, please unmute and speak. Thank you.
Hi, it's my fellow survivor.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Miriam.
We love to hear from survivors. Just click on the mute button, the microphone button.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, everybody from Nigeria, Kubwa. Oh my God. I've learned so much this evening. The first time I met Madame Joy, let me call her that, because if I say Maimurna, she will not be happy with me. So the first time I met her, I cried when she told me just within 10 minutes, she was able to just tell me little things. I had to hug her like several times. Like I was so shocked because it's like I've never met with everything she has been through. Her home case was too much for me to even think of. I'm a survivor as well. Stage 2 breast cancer. Actually, I finished my radiotherapy today. Yes, I'm so excited. It's like 2 years in this journey for me. But for once like this, I never kept quiet about this whole thing. For once, I didn't keep quiet. The stigma is out there, but I never keep quiet about it. I create awareness on social media myself, and most of my friends knows about it. Family, even today, I've done that on TikTok and Facebook. And people really need to speak up, because speaking up will help somebody. I don't know why a lot of us are actually hiding it, because seriously, everybody get one problem or the other way that they face. So I don't know why we are hiding it. It's only when you speak that do you know that it's only when you speak that you will know that, oh, this other person is also going through something like this. And we tend to lift each other by speaking. Being in the hospital today, I was so excited. I was so joyful. Everybody was just hugging me and all that. And in the midst of it, people that ran from hospital, people that had issues were coming to me and were like, oh, they love my spirit, the way I'm so joyful. I don't look like somebody that just finishing radio. That is how you lift people. You help people you help them by speaking out the positive mindset you have to them, and you don't know how far this thing will help them. Again, I learned something about our children. We need to educate them. My son was just 3 years when I found out. During my chemo, he will always pray for me. Mommy, you will be well in Jesus' name. Mommy, don't worry, you are fine. Mommy, I love you, Mom. 2 years. As he had to grow up by force. He grew up by force. He's just 4 years old now. But I was at a point, my husband was like, when you're talking to some friends, don't be mentioning cancer, because before you know it, my son will just start saying cancer. So I have to mind what I say around him. But he knows Mommy was not fine. So I have to teach him. Even about diet now, my son will tell his dad, no, Daddy, Mommy said this is not healthy. We need to teach them why they are young, for them to actually know how to live.
Yeah, it's true.
Seriously, I'm so happy to join this community, and I would love to be part of it, because this whole journey has actually given me the confidence to talk. I used to be a very shy person, but now I thank God that I don't come out shyness for my So I'm so happy, Madam Maimurna. Thank you for sharing your stories with us. Seriously, it has really, really encouraged me. Your husband, your support, the support you had. I also had a lot when I was going through my own too. Seriously, if I tell you how people will wake up and be praying for me, how people supported me financially. Like I will wake up and be seeing 500K a lot. I'll just be waking up. I'll just be seeing money. So my treatment, and that is how people help you.
Yeah, same here.
I'm grateful. I'm available to share my stories as well at any point.
Please, we are going to bring you on the show to share your story. The amazing thing about when you talk about your journey out there is you don't know where help will come from. Like Maimurna said, she didn't tell people that she's looking for a house or she needed assistance through her journey, she wouldn't have gotten it, because people will not give you help from nowhere. They need to know that you're going through something before they can support you. So thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, we have Ubaja, and then Irene, and then we'll close out because it's really getting late. So I allow Maimurna Joy to go back to the children.
Yeah, they're online. The children are even, one of my babies online here. So she's.
Can you imagine? Can she say hello to us?
Yana, maybe you should unmute yourself and say hi. Yana, say hi to the people. Yana.
Hi, voice. When she's ready, she's going to speak to us. Ubaja, please go ahead.
My name is Kotsi.
This is a
thank
survivor
you, Madam
too.
Maimurna. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and just like Mariam said, we've learned a lot. Some of us feel that we've been through a lot. When we hear other people's story, you know that you are just starting. I'm here to encourage other people.
Hi, Kosi, we can hear you. Yes. Okay. Why she tried to get back?
Bought in. This is Maimurna's husband.
Yeah, that's my husband.
Yeah.
This is the famous Maimurna's husband.
We are showing you flowers. Yes. We are showing you flowers.
Hello, can you hear me?
It was not easy, but I was made to support Maimurna. God designed me to help Maimurna, and I will help her from now to forever.
Wow! Thank you so much. In fact, this is the end of the show today. Thank you so much. You captured everything. God bless you, sir. God bless you for taking care of her. I know it's not easy, and you had to add it to your medical duties, but God bless you. God bless you for not letting her go. Because sometimes there are lots of things that come up every day, but may God keep you. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hobby.
Hi, what's the name of your daughter, Maimurna?
Yana. This is Yana.
Hi.
How are
She's
you?
10.
Fine. No problem.
Thank you for taking care of mommy.
Say it.
She said,
it's
what?
God that designed me to do.
Oh, good. God designed you to just take care of mommy, and daddy also is also taking care of mommy. God bless you. And my regards to your siblings. Thank you so much. Okay, we are going to round up the show because it's getting late and we still have Rita's hand. Evelyn, are you there? Ubojak, are you back?
Iveren.
Ubojak, can you hear us? I think you were frozen for a bit. Kosi.
Yes. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm happy. I want to add that I was talking about people that has lost hope about having children. You shouldn't, because there's still hope at the end of the tunnel. As I always say, this whole cancer has turned all of us, or most of us, to advocacy champions, whether we like it or not. So we always speak out anywhere we find ourselves. Just to let you know, our nursing group knows I just had
a baby.
One of my ovary and one fallopian tube removed.
Yeah.
And
she was going through it.
Yes, I was still on active treatment when I took him. I had a handsome baby boy. Though the boy didn't make it, but I had him hail and hearty. At the end of the day, there is hope. A lot of people are in my DM asking me questions. How did you do it? What did you do? At the end of the day, when she mentioned Jesus, I just realized that it was just God all the way. Because there's nothing we can do for ourselves. Money can't buy some things we are enjoying. That's the truth. So let all of us be encouraged. Eh? If you're not married, be encouraged. If you're married and still believing God for, children, be encouraged. You have seen a survivor that has gone through that, and I'm here. It's not like you heard the story on a newspaper or somewhere else. So this is all I have to say. And bye everyone. Let's continue.
Thank you, Kosi. Thank you, Kosi. Your story is an amazing one. Thank you so much. And I wish you can come on the call to share your story so that everybody will listen. I know that some of the worries that women have when they think about cancer is about having children, even getting married. But if we are coming open to share about life, and there's someone in the group I belong to, that's Metron's group, there's someone there who, despite cancer, I think 2 rounds of cancer treatment, and she got married, she gave birth to a bouncing baby boy or so, and she shared it on the platform. So there's hope out there. And so when women say, oh, I'm not going to get married, they say that I'm going to go out my ex and this one, please do believe God, trust yourself and the energy that God has given you, that everything will turn out well. Kosi, when you are ready, please come on the show and share your story. And finally, we are going to take Evelyn. Evelyn, are you around?
Yes. Good evening,
Okay,
Flora.
Evelyn.
Good evening, everybody.
That's my best friend.
Oh, best friend, let's see your face.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for this program. In fact, I couldn't speak on time because I had to just hold myself when she was talking. We always cry. It's always sounds like a new thing every time. But we give God the glory. Thank God for this program and for all of you that shared your stories. It's just amazing that people have cancer and they're still going on with their lives. Then people thought that if you have cancer, it's about dying, your life has ended, just like that brother shared, Albert. It is well, at least thank God now for such avenues like this. People get to hear other people's stories, see that they are still living, and even having children. Congratulations to the last speaker. I mean, I want to just lift up her husband a little bit. He's always at the background, he doesn't want to talk, but I will talk. He has been wonderful. God bless him. I know I just don't want to shed tears, but God bless him. He has been amazing. And to all our American family here, you guys have been wonderful. God bless you, people all over the world, for praying, for being there, for standing with her, and her children. I mean, I always tell her, I said, God allowed you to go through this for a purpose. Is now we are seeing it. She's now that she's telling her story, encouraging people. Like we all said, nobody will know her and not love her. She's just an amazing person. And for all of you that are going through cancer, I know that see it as an avenue to touch lives, to reach lives. It is not easy. We know it's not easy, and God continue to grant you guys grace and all the help you need and all the emotional support. I pray that everyone gets it, because it is not easy, especially when you're going through cancer. It is not easy, but it kind of helps when you know that you have 1 or 2 people with you. I just want to, if you leave me, I will rant to you next year. But God bless you all. Girlfriend.
God bless you too.
God bless
God
you.
bless you. God bless you. And just before we round up, I think what do you want to say something?
Yeah, I think my father is online too.
Yay, Daddy, where are you?
Daddy, you can say hi to people. Yeah, he is a great father. He's my mentor.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
I'm my father's daughter. Daddy,
Yes,
can
you
you
are.
say something? Yeah, Daddy is here. Okay, maybe old people technology. Maybe it's trying to.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And I have an assignment for your husband, really. So because we are talking about love, I know he's somewhere. I can see he's still around, but I think he's not. We're talking about love, relationship, and cancer, and I feel that it's up to him also to share his story. There are lots of men giving up on their wives just in the mention of cancer, whether it's breast or whether it's head or whether they will just give up. Is either they form one story, oh, you're banje, you are witch, or they will just abandon them. There are lots of stories about men abandoning their wife. They will say, okay, I'm coming. Some of them will abandon their wives in the hospital and disappear for years. Some of them will just live with the children and abandon the woman. But I feel, sir, and when you are ready, you can please come on the show, and we are going to do the men's hangout on cancer. And I feel that you have something to share. It's not easy to stay through with your wife, especially with her kind of cancer. That will put every man off. Okay, what are they saying? That they're going to say, I'm not going to enjoy my wife anymore. But you are here, so you have a message and you have a ministry on your own. Are you a Catholic? I am. So you have the church to go and tell the church, I need to talk to men. I need to tell them it's time to support your wife going through cancer. Your love alone can heal them. So God has given you an assignment because your wife is okay. So don't say, God, I'm not here. So please encourage other men when you are ready to be on the show, just to talk about your journey as a caregiver. Please, we are welcome. And please also, in anywhere you are, thank God you're a medical doctor. But beyond being a medical doctor, please, let's encourage other men to support their wives, and vice versa. There are also women who needs to support their husband going through cancer. Please, we can't abandon our spouses. And the more we share love and the more we encourage people, it makes a lot of sense. The hell lot of healing, and it makes it easier. Thank you so much for your family. Yeah, he gave me thumbs up. So he said he's ready for the assignment. Well done, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Flora.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the call. And we are going to have a wrap today. And also, please be part of whatever we are doing. If you need to listen to other survivors who have been on the show, please go to our YouTube channel or all our LinkedIn, Facebook. You will see.
Flora, can I say one thing when you're
okay? You will see a link for you to just listen to other people. The more you listen to positive stories, the better you will start having a good mindset around cancer. Maimurna, back to you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Pablo Ministry, I want to thank all the Good News Flora locals for praying for me, Sokoto people, Abuja people, all around the world. People have been praying and they're here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you from the depth of my heart for what you have done for me and my family. My parents, Dr. Honorable Hassan Haruna and his wife, and my in-laws, Barrister David Barau and his wife, and my in-laws, everybody. I'm so grateful. God bless us all. Thank you. And
thank you so much. Yeah. And my children, yes. and I love that you mentioned your in-laws, because you know that they sometimes in-laws, when they can just, let's not say it, but I thank God they are here. They are here to support you, and they supported you all through. And all your American friends, they even came before it's 5 p.m. They were here just to support you. At a point I was like, are we on the right show? But then they were. It shows the kind of spirit you have, Maimurna. Your spirit is, and your love, your laughter is intoxicating. As in, like you just bring on your energy, and people will fall close to you. Thank you so much for everything. And that is Salami's number. Please, the team, whenever she's ready to be on the call, we are here. to listen to her. Thank you, everyone. Please join us next Thursday, next week Thursday, till 5 p.m. and we are going to share more about love, relationship, and cancer. Bye for now. Good night.
Bye, everyone. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, Flora, for having me.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thank you, everyone.
Maimurna.
Bye.
Bye,
Miriam.
doctor. Bye,
Bye.
children.
Bye,
Bye,
Shisha.
Flora.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
Heidi.
Bye, everyone.
Pablo.
Bye,
Maimurna.
love you, baby. Remain blessed, Maimurna.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah, I love you guys all.
Everyone. Guys,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye. Come and talk this way.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
doctor. Oh my God. Come on. Thank you.
Thank you.